Welcome to Quranomics. I am Qadi Tayyib SD, and today's article is titled Illusions of the Abrogator and Abrogated in the Noble Quran. And I do not claim this article is unknown so far for me. And it says the origin of things is nothingness, then comes existence. This applies to everything. There was no fasting in Ramadan in Islam, no prayer, no nothing like that. And then the command to fast came at a late time, so non-existence turned into existence. So as every other thing. A person has made statements, so the statements remains attributed to him until proven evidence that he retracted them. And the issue is not in it, and perhaps either the conclusive evidence is proven or the statement remains binding on its owner. Only the people of desires, temptations, and innovations benefit from the scribe and abrogated. If you do not like a verse, then search for one of the similar verses. Then say that it abrogates the first, and the issue has no restrictions. As for those in whose hearts there is deviation, they follow what is similar to it. And if you do not find a verse, search in the Hadith, and you will find in them what fulfills your desire. And the Hadith abrogates the Quran according to the Sunnah and according to what they say, because they say that the Hadith is the practical application of the Quran, even if it contradicts it in so many ways. By abrogation and abrogating Hadith and fabrications, the teaching of the Quran were lost, and the Islamic religion was lost, the true Islamic religion. What you see out there is traditional Islam. Now, here comes the main part, and this is a fact. If you argue with a Jew, you will argue with him in the Torah. If you argue with a Christian, you will argue with him in the Bible. But if you want to argue with the traditional Muslim, you will not find a basis for them to rely on. Period. Tell them God said, they will say the verse is abrogated. And if you say the Hadith is weak, they will say the narrator said so and so, it says so, is authentic, the other Hadith. And if you say the Hadith is authentic, they will say that it is neither in Bukhari nor in Muslim. And every group takes from this heritage, you can make of it a religion that belongs to it. In other words, because traditional Muslims have so many books and so many extensions to the Quran, now they have the Quran, then they have the Hadith. Now, the Hadith is so many books. They say, but there's like 9 books: Bukhari, Muslim, Majah, Darqutni, Nasa'i, Ibn al-Hakim, Mustadrak Ibn al-Hakim. There's like 9 of them. All these are Hadith, and each one will contradict the other. And then on top of that, these 9 books are divided, and they have at least 4 sects in the Sunni. So you have Shafi'i, Hanafi, Hanbali, and Maliki. So each one of these have a direction. So it depends on who you talk to. Each one will cherry pick and jump from one book to another. And they have their own scholars that they believe in. And each of these scholars from these groups will fight and deny and accept, just like alliances, just like political alliances. That's what they do. So for those who divided their religion and became sects, each party rejoicing in what they have. That's in the chapter Al-Rum, verse 32. That's what God said. Exactly what's happening now. Those who divided their religion and became sects, each party rejoicing in what they have. Can't get any truer than that. And for this reason, the Quran, or the Quranist, or the true believer, a Muslim, only believes in one source, which is the Quran. Doesn't believe in anything else. Everything else is just historical context. But to them, they want you to worship man. Why? Because that gives them a wide ground to play with, and they could subjugate you to anything that they want. They could pick and choose. Whatever this scholar picks, this scholar will reject. Whatever this scholar picks, the other scholar will reject, and so on, so on. Basically, if you escape one scholar from one sect, you'll be enslaved by another scholar from another sect. So basically, they're all playing the games. They know that no matter where they squeeze you, you're still gonna wind up in the arms of one of them. You're still gonna be enslaved to one of them. So it doesn't matter. They know, and the membership is all the same. And that's basically it. So that's in a nutshell. I am Qadi Tayyib Azzi. This is Quranics. Thank you for following, and we'll see you again.